ANC Youth League in KwaZulu-Natal has held a briefing to discuss their upcoming provincial congress. The group also is expected to make announcements on their support ahead of the National Elective Conference. Let's quickly touch base with our reporter Karinda Jagmohan, who has just attended that media briefing. Karinda, good morning to you. At some point, there was some suspicion that even the venue of this conference may not necessarily be confirmed. So is it going ahead, and who exactly might they support come the December conference?
Indeed, we have asked those questions to the ANC Youth League, and I'm actually joined by their spokesperson, Sibonelo Nombalo. So let me pose those questions directly to him. Sir, thank you for joining us. First, the ANC Youth League's provincial conference was supposed to happen this month at least, but we hear it's postponed. Perhaps you can give us reasons why you have decided to postpone this.
Yeah, no, indeed, the Congress was scheduled to start today, and we're always convinced that we are ready to sit the Provincial Congress up until we held the Working Committee meeting yesterday, which made the finding that there are some outstanding issues that still needs to be attended to expeditiously, and some of those issues is the issue of eThekwini. There is an NYTT meeting that sat last week and took a decision that there is no valid Congress in eThekwini, since there are two Congresses that sat in eThekwini, if you remember precisely, two parallel Congresses. So we said that has a bearing on the legitimacy of the Provincial Congress. And going to the Provincial Congress under those circumstances might expose the organization to a litigious process.
What issues do these seemingly factional battles have on the actual work that the ANC Youth League is doing?
No. There are no factional battles. The structure is united. Like I'm telling you that we've always been ready. Our congresses across the province sat peacefully, even though there were dissenting views, because this is the organization is the convergence of ideas. It's an epitome of democracy. And it's a dynamic organization which has young people who are energetic. But under those circumstances, we could be able to conduct our regional congress peacefully. That was a reflection that we are in a position to conduct a peaceful provincial congress.
And then, sir, one of the major discussions now is who will lead the party come the next National Elective Conference. What is the ANC Youth League's KZN stance on who you would support?
No, our stance is very clear, is that all people must go home. They must play with their grandchildren. We want young people, the young generation must take over, but not conflicted young people, because you can be young and walk like an old person. The person must be young by conviction. The person must be young in terms of the ideas and in terms of the commitment to the revolution of South Africa. So this is the position, is that credible people must take over the ANC so that the ANC will get out of the problems that it finds itself in, because the ANC is in a crisis. And if we continue acting as if things are normal, the ANC will lose power in 2024. And part of why we are in this crisis is because of these old people who are so conservative, who are not subject to change. There are many resolutions the ANC has taken in the past, but which are not implemented, because we have people who are not committed to the strategy, but who are just committed on amassing packages for themselves, so that when they retire, they will have a nice lifetime. But let them not be selfish. We respect their contribution to the strategy, but now their time is over. They should hand over to the next generation.
And of course, this party has now professed their support for the former president at court cases. We can just also quickly share your stance from the part of the ANC Youth League on that.
No, without any fear of contradiction, we affirm, we respect, and we are going to defend the decision of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal to associate itself with President Zuma. President Zuma is not a rapist, he is not a criminal, he has not been convicted by any court of law. He is a member of the ANC, contributed to the struggle against apartheid. And for that contribution, we respect him, and we are going to associate ourselves with him without any fear of prejudice. So President Zuma, when he goes to court, we will go support him, because there is no court of law that has found him guilty.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for speaking to us. This is the ANC Youth League spokesperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Newzroom, speaking about a range of topics, but most importantly, when we speak about who will lead the ANC come the next elective conference, the ANC Youth League here in this province says they don't want any person older than the age of 60, something they mentioned in this press briefing, and speaking about the fact that the next leader of the ANC needs to be someone that has the youth, the majority of South Africa, in their own best interest. We'll keep you updated on what they have to say here. Back to you, Oli.
The question remains, how weighty is their statement, given that they don't have any legitimate structure? Karinda, Jagmohan, thank you very much for that briefing there.